There are major developments tonight in the case of a neighborhood watch captain in Florida who shot and killed an unarmed 17-year-old.
There is growing outrage tonight after an unarmed African-American teenager was shot and killed by police in the St. Louis suburb of Ferguson, Missouri.
New details about that fatal shooting in South Carolina caught on camera in video that's difficult to watch. An unarmed man shot in the back by a police officer.
It has happened again. Just 9 days after the uproar in Ferguson, a grand jury in New York City has refused to indict yet another white police officer said to have killed an unarmed black man. The incident, which involved an apparent chokehold, was captured on video and went viral. And tonight, protesters are in the streets.
Police! No justice! No peace! No.
To so many tonight, enraged and shocked by the killing of another unarmed black man.
Black Lives Matter.
I have been harassed, I have been profiled, I have been abused by the police.
The protesters took their anger into a police press conference where authorities were explaining their new body camera initiative.
Where are the officers that were there?
Hands up, don't shoot! Hands up, don't shoot!
The outrage over this incident stems from one underlying worry, that in the eyes of the judicial system, black lives don't matter.
Black lives do not matter to this system. When you, time and time again, you're seeing us being murdered, and time again, you're seeing the police go free. It is screaming that the police are not being held accountable.
Bringing up trash can with fire. I'm not sure what this is about. Nate, do you see that guy?
And then luckily there's someone telling him to stop.
Police! He's gonna hurl at police! There we go!
And somebody was trying to stop him too.
Wow.
Do you believe that justice will be done?
I believe God. With the policeman being arrested, he's got to get convicted. And I believe since God moves so fast, the God I serve is able. I know God will make a way. God will fix it.
Definition of police brutality.
I think police brutality is when police abuse their authority in any way.
I think my definition of police brutality would probably be when police start hitting people from the communities, and they shouldn't be doing that. They should be protecting everyone, and they take advantage of their power and start hitting whoever or hurting people and sometimes even shooting them.
The definition is when you abuse power that's been given to you.
Police brutality is when any kind of law enforcement takes advantage of his or her powers, and they take advantage of it, and they purposely hurt civilians in their communities and towns.
It's a good question. Police brutality, I would say, is probably something that I would define as police going above and beyond what it would take to subdue someone or take control of the situation. So for instance, if they are able to, if they're, let's say they're trying to stop someone from mugging somebody or stealing something, if all it takes is one or two police officers to wrestle that guy to the ground and handcuff him, fine. But if they do that and then, let's say, start kicking him or punching him or beating him with a nightstick or something like that, I would say that's above and beyond what they need to do, so I would probably consider that brutality, just off the top of my head.
The people who are mostly affected by the police brutality are probably, in my opinion, the African American community and the Mexican Latino community, just because that's what I see on TV and that's what the media decides to show. So I believe that that's who are targeted the most by police.
More affected. Well, probably ethnic groups. If I just had to guess, I think it would probably be something along the lines of people that are stereotyped, which would be ethnic groups most likely, especially in this area. Hispanics, African Americans. Those are the folks that are probably stereotyped as maybe quote unquote doing something bad, especially if you're looking at youth or young adults, especially if you're looking at certain times of day when they're out during the day or at night. If they're maybe lingering around someplace or loitering around someplace, maybe the first impression from some police officers would be that person is probably doing something they shouldn't be doing. And if that's the case, and if that's the mindset of police officers, then maybe A, they may be more willing to use police brutality, and B, it's going to be against those people that are kind of within that stereotype.
The people that are affected the most by police brutality would probably be most of the Hispanics here in Calistoga, because it seems that most of the time they're the ones that are getting in trouble by policemen, and yeah, that's probably it.
People who actually stand up, the people who know the law and know what the police can and can't do. I think once they make sure that the police know that they know their stuff, that's when it gets pretty intense.
Is more affected by police brutality?
I think definitely not the wealthy in town. They're protected for sure. I think it's more the middle class or not the poor, well, I guess the poor, pretty much.
Why do you think not the wealthy people?
I feel like, say if the mayor were to get pulled over for drunk driving, I don't think he would get pulled over. I think it'd be, what's that word? It would be looked over, because, oh, it's the mayor. Oh, it's this wealthy person who owns a winery. I feel like they go easy on them.